Yeah, I mean, it's surreal. On the bright side, we woke up this morning, right? We're all here. Losing's never fun, and we're gonna keep fighting and keep working as hard as we can until we are that one team. So, got to continue to keep putting in the work and getting better in the off season and getting together with guys and figuring out what we can do to get over this hump. I believe in what we've got going on here and the people that are in charge. I believe in myself.
Sweet Lou's in the building, looking fly in the three-piece. Good to see you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's nice to see you. What's up, Steve? What is...
Yo, man.
How much weight are you trying to lose?
I wasn't trying to lose
Bro,
weight.
I mean, my goodness.
I was getting rid of fat. Let me tell you something
Strong
right
wind
now.
come through here, they're going to blow you right out.
Not at all. Shannon has seen me. Even he has complimented me because he wanted me to stop eating that damn cereal and sugars. I got rid of the fat. You understand what I'm saying?
You feel
I'm
good?
toned up. I feel better than I felt in the last 25 years.
There you go. All right.
I'm good to go.
Yeah, good to go. All right.
But I am going to put on some more.
Yeah, you better start.
I mean,
some barbells,
It's cut.
Little creatine.
His clothes are getting too big. Mine are ripping. Well, let's turn on the chart.
Don't do that, Molly. Don't do that, Molly.
Well, I mean, it's just the
Stephen
facts.
A,
America's
you see how
going to know
Molly
at
tried
some
to lessen
point.
the blow?
You see
Well,
how
at
Molly
some
tried
point,
to
I'm
lessen
going to
the
have
blow?
to stand up, and people are going to know what it is.
Exactly.
So what are you going to do?
Molly ripped
I sat down,
skirt
the
and
whole
all
thing
that stuff
ripped.
like
Yeah,
that.
we're doing well.
Ain't
That's
gonna talk about she working on her legs and that's why the damn thing ripped. That's what she actually said to us. Me and Shannon still laughing. Stop.
I said I lift.
No,
I mean, some of us,
I
make
do.
carbs.
Stephen
Some of
A.
us-
I took my
Some of us lift and have protein.
Hey guys, Molly talking about the heat. The dryer shrunk my clothes. No, the refrigerator shrunk your clothes.
Here we go.
Shannon, what did I tell you? Don't start with me. Don't even start with me.
I'm sorry, Molly. I'm
Okay?
sorry.
Because
Don't mess with me, Shannon.
wait till we get in that gym, all right? Okay, bigger headline here. We're staying focused, clearly.
I'm always focused.
Allen losing again or Mahomes back in the AFC Championship game again?
To me, it's Allen. To me, it's Allen losing. The Bills had the ball for 9.5 minutes over 3 drives, last 3 drives. Do you know what they did in those 3 drives? 23 plays, 59 yards, 0 points.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That just can't happen. Now, it's not Allen's fault totally. Stephon Diggs dropped that ball. That was a bomb. It was right in his hands. You got to catch that. You got to catch it. No way around it. There's no way around it. The missed field goal, certainly not on him. We get that. But the flip side is you had Shakur in the end zone. You got to find a way. You got to find a way. Skip to your right, just a touch. Make that throw. You got to do it. I mean, it's like Shannon was pointing this out yesterday. It's about moments, especially when you're going up against Patrick Mahomes. I mean, that champion, 2-time champion, 6 straight AFC title games. This brother's big time, considered the greatest of our generation in all likelihood, if not the greatest ever by some people. We'll wait to see what he does over the course of his career, over the next decade or so. The bottom line is, you're going up against him, and you got to capitalize off of those moments. We've been talking about Josh Allen. I want to support Ryan Clark when he said this on Get Up yesterday morning. He was like, "Look, man, at some point in time, you know who you are. You know what your talent says you should be, and you damn sure know who you going up against. At some point, you got to beat the big-time quarterbacks. You got to beat Patrick Mahomes. You got to beat Joe Burrow." He didn't do it. And so for me, I think that his talent, his greatness, what it commands, but yet the Buffalo Bills, with their history, 4 straight Super Bowl losses, starving upon stars. Ain't no NBA team in Buffalo, Shannon. Ain't no baseball team in Buffalo, Lewis. Football's all they've got.
Yeah.
And you got an opportunity, and you can't kick down the door.
Yeah.
That, to me, is what it is.
I'm a big fan of sustained greatness, and especially sustained greatness in the face of adversity where the things around you keep changing. That's what's happening in Kansas City with Patrick. Teams change every year for him. His weapons leave. The offensive line this year got a little bit decimated, a little bit shaky on the edges. Wide receivers dropping passes. Second year removed from Tyreek. He already slayed that one, though, as far as winning the Super Bowl last year. people constantly kind of saying, look, maybe Patrick doesn't have that same influence on the football team. Maybe Andy Reid's lost his fastball. Maybe Andy Reid's going to retire. There's always questions. Once you get to the top, people are kind of looking at ways to kind of chip away at your leg. And Patrick has answered every single one of them over and over and over. Coming into this game, what did we say? This game against Buffalo.
Can they win on the road?
This was going to be the year, right?
Yeah.
If there's a time for Buffalo to get them, it's now. Now we're going to say it again this week. Because the truth of the matter is, Baltimore's a better football team than Kansas City. But Patrick has that thing you can't measure. He truly, truly is someone who, as T.J. Watt said, and as what you've heard Mike Tannenbaum say, he really is a force multiplier. He makes people better because people want to be more accountable around him. People want to work harder around him. They want to run routes differently around him. The defense wants to rush the passer harder because they know we want to get him back out on the football field. People play hurt because they don't want to let Patrick down. Front office people are constantly asking his opinions about players because they don't want to let him down. He is the Kansas City Chiefs. And he's done it now. And I understand there's been some constants, okay? Brett Veach has been there as his GM. That's been a constant. Andy Reid has been there. That's been a constant. But everything that changes around him, he keeps getting better and bigger and bigger. And for him to win this week against Baltimore, against that juggernaut, it's a wrap. We're going to really start talking about him in ways that, I mean, I don't know how many more accolades.
Are you going to pick them?
You got to tell me if Joe Thuney is playing in this game.
Okay.
Because he hurt his pec. And they need that offensive line. You don't have the offensive line against the Ravens. The Ravens are going to put you in a box.
I agree with you, Lewis, because we looked at Kansas City, and I was one of the guys that said they're going to be one and done. You looked at their offensive line. Lewis, I don't know if you agree with me or not, but this was the best game Kansas City played offensively all year. This was the best game that Andy Reid called all year. The offensive line didn't have the penalties. The right tackle played exceptionally. They only had 2 penalties. They only had 1 drop. When you look at the Kansas City throughout the course of the year, multiple penalties on the offensive line. They were constantly being behind the sticks. The one thing that you can't do when you're on the road is be 2nd and 15, 3rd and 13, because you got a holding call or you did something dumb to sit yourself behind the 8 ball. They did none of that. They went on the road. Buffalo wanted Kansas City in their building. They believed the other divisional games, had they been in Buffalo, they would have won. So that's what the Buffalo fans wanted. That's what the Buffalo team wanted. They got exactly what they want. And because Patrick Mahomes is who he is, and I was saying this on Nightcap the other night, Stephen A., he's a guy that when you have him, it doesn't matter if you go into hostile territory. It doesn't matter if you play on the road. It doesn't matter who you're playing against. You know, as long as you got 15 under your center and they don't, you like your chances.
But let me tell you something. I think that your answer is wrong, just like it was yesterday, for the same exact reason. I think you're a week too early. Because I think everything that you just said, along with you, Lewis, is applicable if that man goes out there and beats the #1 seed on the road with Lamar Jackson as his quarterback and gets back to his 4th Super Bowl. I think that's a game changer. I think that's when we're talking about all the things that you're talking about. For right now, here's what I would say to you, Shannon. I'm looking at Buffalo right now. Over the last 4 seasons, their record is 48-18, second only to the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, Shannon, how many times have you been on this airwaves alluding to how you feel about an ex, you love them but you don't trust them, and all of this other stuff?
Yeah.
All right, well, how about this one? How about this analogy, Mr. Married Man? How about this analogy, Shay? How about being teased? You ever got teased?
Yeah.
How you feel when you get teased, but there's no follow through?
Right.
That's very, very, very disheartening.
You let down. You let down, Stephen. You let down.
Okay, Mickey and Minnie.
Listen, I'm fully aware of the Mickey Mouse. I'm just being clear. I'm saying that when you're teased, it affects you. You understand? When there's no follow through. And the fact is, the Buffalo Bills were 48-18. You got a city that's going to 4 Super Bowls, lost all 4, ain't been back since, and you got a superstar quarterback that's been knocking at the door, and damn it, can't get it open. Now, to me, in the immediate aftermath of that is a bigger headline than a superstar quarterback reminding us he's a superstar quarterback and getting to a 6th straight AFC title game.
Yeah,
But Lou, here's the thing, Stephen A. he nor this team look like what we thought they would. As Lewis said, they answered those questions about Tyreek with Patrick Mahomes winning an MVP and the Super Bowl. They look nothing like what they looked Sunday night the entire season. They're losing. They losing to the Raiders. They lost to the Broncos.
There's not another quarterback in the league that could have affected that team the way Patrick affected that team and stuck with that team. But I mean, that's just something like it's hard to really quantify that.
We're just saying bigger headline.
I got you.
The fact that the man's in 6 straight AFC Championship games is just unbelievable.
If he wins this week,
unreal.
This week, that's a different animal.
Yes, sir.
You're banned from using that word again. Like if I had an eject button on the show, that's when I want to hit the eject button or the mute.
I'm just sitting back and listen. I'm just gonna sit back and listen.
I tease First Take every morning. What's the problem?
And I tease my hair. Like let's go to break, Stephen A.
We Disney unplugged. That's what we are, Stephen A. We Disney unplugged right now.
This isn't you and Ocho Cinco late night. This isn't him. This isn't him on YouTube.
I like that, bro.
Let's keep it classy.
It works for me, man. It works.
Yo, that nightcap now.
Disney
They're
unplugged.
wild.
My God.
Wild.
Yo, man, let me tell you something. Nightcap is big time.
Yo,
and
man.
Ocho Cinco doing a hell of a job.
Yo.
Let's give credit where credit is due. But I got to tell you this. That damn Shannon Sharpe on Saturday night, him and they portrayed him. Saturday Night Live.
I just laughed.
Hysterical.
Hey, I just laughed listening to y'all laugh.
I'm just telling you.